Hi everyone, my name is Elena and welcome to my channel. So this is my first video and I'm also Italian, so sorry for my English. But in this video I just wanted to talk about how I design and make my patterns. I've been a crocheter. So I've been a crocheter for 3 years now and a pattern designer for 2, I think. In these years I've been learning a lot and I have some experience, so I can teach you guys how to make your patterns and how to sell your patterns. I'm gonna be telling you everything you need to know, so sit down, maybe with a crochet project, and enjoy this video. First of all, the step 0 is to test a pattern. That made a whole lot of difference in my pattern designing process because I can give you all the advice I can, but if you've never actually been a tester and have tested a design, you can't really understand how the process works. So go on Instagram, search tester call, find one that's open, maybe one that doesn't have a very strict deadline, and usually there's a Google form you have to fill in that form and hope to become a tester and like try with different patterns until you actually get chosen to be a tester. But you usually have to have a crochet account first, so create that, and after you create your crochet account you can be a tester for someone else, and you're just gonna be testing the things and just be reading the pattern. You'll get a free pattern. You just have to give feedback about the pattern, and if you understood everything, that's perfect. If you didn't understand something, tell the pattern designer, and that's everything you need to do. But this will give you an experience that will be so important for when you're pattern designing, okay? Okay, so the first step is getting inspiration. So I usually have these moments where I'm like, oh, I have so many things I want to get done, and I start designing and designing and designing. And by designing I mean just drawing pieces I'd like to make. And you don't have to be like that creative, you just need to get inspiration from Pinterest too. You can like see a top online and maybe also a crochet top and make it with a different stitch. Yeah, I'd say I mainly recreate things from stores. This one too. This is my scruffy cardi, and I saw like a colorful cardigan at a store and I was like, let me recreate it. But not just by using multiple colors but also different stitches, and I love it. Like, this is one of my favorite patterns I've ever designed. So yeah, and when I get that like moment of inspiration, I just write and draw and draw and draw and write and plan things, and so that when I don't have inspiration and I want to just make a new pattern, I can just look at what I draw, what I've drawn, what I drew, well, that thing, and I just start crocheting. So that's the first step. Second step is to actually make the item. Now this is something very small, but it will do a whole lot of a difference, and I've just learned this like very recently. Write what you're doing while you're making the actual thing. So let's say you chain 76 and you write on a piece of paper and on a Google Doc or whatever, chain 72. And then if you want to make a made to measure pattern like everything I do, you can change that. Like at the beginning, just write everything you do because then you will forget. Another thing is that take photos of everything you do. Every time you remember, take a photo of what you're doing, especially for like steps that are a little bit complicated. You should be taking a lot of photos so then you can insert it into your future pattern file. Step 3 is actually writing the pattern out, and you can do it in multiple ways. You can make it on Google Doc, but I personally don't like it because it doesn't allow much creativity. So I know that me and many other crochet pattern designers use Canva, and you can make it the size of a piece of paper, or for example, I always make my patterns so that they can be read horizontally. So I use the presentation thing on Canva, and you're gonna start out by writing the title of your pattern, so how the pattern is called. Then you're gonna insert terms and conditions. This is very important. Then you're gonna write your measurements if there are any, abbreviations, and then you can start with the actual pattern. Yeah, I think that's all. When writing the pattern, make sure to insert pictures and graphs and links if you have any. Like, let's say for a stitch you watched that tutorial, okay? Link that tutorial, please. Or maybe a stitch you found on Pinterest, make sure to link that. And yeah, always make sure that when you're writing the pattern, you're also updating your abbreviation page, so that the abbreviation page has every little abbreviation you've used, even if it's just chain. Use that. Also, I suppose that when you're watching this video, you've already read a pattern. But if you've never read a pattern before, hopefully you have. Please read a pattern before writing one. But patterns work with abbreviations, so you need to have a basic knowledge of abbreviations, and yeah. And then when your pattern is ready, when it has all the links, all the pictures, all the abbreviations, all the measurements, all the graphs, everything, you can make the pattern tester form. A pattern, before it's published, it's also tested, because you cannot like let someone pay for an item that isn't so easy to read. So create a form on Google Forms and say like pattern tester call. And to make everything easier for you, I'll read the questions I ask, so you can make yours inspired by mine, because I know when you're first publishing a pattern, it isn't that easy, okay? There are a lot of steps and you can get confused. So here I am to just make things easier for you. Okay, so this was the tester call for this sweater. And like, as you can see, I did a little introduction on the piece. I made sure to include the deadline, the materials. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, okay. Yeah, now you can see it. The materials, any additional information one might want to have. So yeah, basically that. Any requirements you might have, every information one person might need. So the first question is, how would you like to be called and what are your pronouns? So yeah, that's just a normal question. Then what would you say is your crochet level? And here I put 4 things: beginner, advanced beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Then, do you agree not to share any copy of the pattern you'll receive with anyone? This is very important. If somebody writes no, do not choose them. What's your email, so you can send them the pattern by email, because it's easier that way than to send them something on Instagram or on TikTok or anything. Then what's your Instagram or TikTok or whatever you'd like? I usually just put Instagram. Are you able to get / do you already have all the materials needed? Yes or no? This again is a very important question. If they vote for no, don't choose them. Are you able to meet the deadline? Yes or no? If they choose no, do not choose them. Do you agree to pay for the pattern if you don't respect the deadline? Yes or no? If they choose no, do not choose them. Do you agree to send me some photos and video of your project once it's finished? Yes or no? This is optional. I write this because I want to have some photos for when it's published, so that people can see other versions of it. Do you allow me to use your photos to promote the pattern on social medias and on pattern selling sites such as Ribbler and Etsy? You will always be credited. Yes or no? Do you agree to keep me updated while crocheting your project? Example, I finished the top part. The pattern was difficult, easy to follow. You should change this or that. The answers are yes or no. Again, if they vote for no, don't choose them. And then anything you would like me to know at the end. That's basically what I write. Once you've made that form, it's time to publish your photo on social medias saying, hey, I'm doing a pattern test for this pattern, and publish the photos of the finished piece. And make sure you have the link for the form either on your comment section or on your bio. So that's basically it. Next step is to choose the testers. So again, if they vote for no on some areas, don't choose them. And yeah, just choose at least 5 testers, if not more. Maybe I'd say 5 to 10 testers would be great. Also maybe 3 to 5 testers, but keep in mind some people might not answer or might not actually finish the pattern, because yeah, it happens. And then just write an email to these people saying, you applied for my tester call. Are you able to get the materials? Is this your social media ad? And are you able to meet the deadline, which will be and the date of the deadline? If they answer yes to everything, then send them the PDF pattern and you'll be good. And then they'll usually update you. If they don't, just ask for updates. And then when the deadline is finished, ask for the photos of the item, maybe a little video if you've asked for it. If you ask for it. And yeah, once everything is fine, you've chosen your testers, the testers have replied, have made the garment or whatever, have made the pattern, have given you feedback. If there are any feedbacks, please update your pattern or change something. That's not a bad thing, it makes the pattern more readable for when maybe somebody will buy it. I'd say that's basically it. After you've done all these things, you should have deleted the pattern form thing once you've chosen the testers, but close it up. Don't delete it, but it should not be on your bio anymore. Then it's time to publish it, so you can make a pattern release post on your socials and you can publish it on so many sites. I usually do Ribbler, Etsy and Ko-Fi, but there are so many other platforms where you can publish things. One is Ravelry, but I think Ravelry is more on the complex side, so I wouldn't do that on my first pattern. But like Ribbler and Etsy are amazing, Ko-Fi is amazing too. Etsy is very easy to use. Ribbler is a little bit more complex, but it's actually very user-friendly, so yeah, I wouldn't say it's complicated or anything. And yeah, that's it. You wrote your first pattern, you published. For pricing, just see what other people are selling their patterns for. Like for example, a simple sweater like this, but it's also a 4-in-1 pattern. I saw a girl who published it for $12, so I published it at $10. Or like my strappy cardi, I published it at I think $8 or so. You can just have fun with pricing. If something doesn't work, you can just change that and lower your prices or make your prices higher. You can make a shop discount. And yeah, just that's it. I hope this video was helpful. Please, 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 if you have any question or anything, write me a comment. I'll reply right away. Again, I'm sorry for my English. I know it's not that good, but I just wanted to make this video and start my YouTube channel. I hope to keep posting videos. I also have TikTok and Instagram. If you want to ask me really anything, I'm more than happy to reply. And just yeah, I hope I really hope this video was helpful because I didn't have that when I first started pattern writing. So yeah, maybe I'll do a vlog where I take you in pattern writing and making the test circle and everything. I think that would be great. So just subscribe if you want. You would really help me out. I have 0 subscribers at the moment, so yeah, please, if you want to help a girl out, do it. But if you don't, that's okay. I don't really get offended easily, so that's fine. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or whenever you might be watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! I also hope I wasn't too rude because I don't want to be rude, but sometimes I come off as rude. Okay, bye!